So here we are again, it comes around quickly. Another Old Time Tuesday. Hope you're enjoying them. We seem to get some lovely responses and, you know, questions and that, which I love, because then, you know, people are interested and I don't mind telling them or sharing, you know, the things I've picked up over the years. So in the present day today, when we travel anywhere, we're cocooned. You know, I suppose from the railways on, really, we were cocooned into in a little box, it'd be a little shell, and therefore we're not out in the elements. And there's so many things I remember as a nipper that people done. I mean, this is a bit before my time, but I'm going to show you now. But when you went out, keeping warm was a very important thing. Straw was a good insulator. You'll see in old pictures of coaching, and they spread straw for the people to put their feet on, just keep you warm. Obviously rugs they had, etc. But your hands would be freezing cold, wouldn't they? I know myself, when I drive, as you see me on YouTube, driving all through the winter time, be bitter cold. Horses have still got to go out and be driven. You've got to wrap up and keep warm. So this little item come up. These are not totally rare, and this one, but it's a particularly nice little thing. So I'll just show you. So this was made for a young lady. How do I know that? Well, one, for the size of it, it would be made for a young lady. And what it is a hot water bottle. So you take your cap off and fill it with hot water. Now I've also, you know, an old chap, when I was a nipper, when I was a young lad, you know, before I was 20, who'd obviously worked with horses a lot. He was 82 or 3 at the time, so a long, long time ago now. And he said that he'd seen these used a great deal, and they would put sand in them, and they would heat them, you know, by the side of a fire, you know. So, but obviously, water was the thing that, you know, I've seen them used for. But he said he's put sand in, hold the heat much longer. The downside of it would be heavyish, wouldn't it? No heavier than water, I suppose, really. But so we put that on, and this would fit on a young lady's belly, yeah. So she'd wear this under her clothes to keep her warm, the core of her body warm. Also, what she could do when she was driving would be to slip her hand inside her coat, yeah, and just warm her hand up while she's going along. Now I know this one's for a young lady because it's quite delicate. If you look at these little loops here that have been soldered on, there's 4 of them, and they are quite delicate. You wouldn't think this would be made for a man to wear. I've seen other ones that don't have any clips on, quite a bit bigger, a little bit bigger this way and a little bit more bevel in them, and they would have been for a coachman to put under his coat to keep him warm. You know, whether he was a servant, i.e. a paid coachman, or a gentleman that would drive. So he'd have that there, and he'd also have a foot warmer. We'll look at a foot warmer another time. So that's it. So what they do then is, a young lady would always have ribbon. Ribbon was a very big thing back in the day, and she'd have a ribbon she'd put through here. I'll just get it through like that. I mean, she wouldn't be concerned about the ribbon being any particular colour, I wouldn't have thought, only from the fact that, why would she? It was under her clothes, you know, it wouldn't be seen. But back in the day, there would be stacks of ribbon around. Like that. So I'm going to be the young lady now, which might stretch your imagination, but if you put this over here, like this, yep, and that would go around the back of her. It would be long enough for an old lady. Whether it will do for me or not, I don't know. But okay, so then she'd bring that up, yeah, just about. So, and she'd tie it round here. So then she could have it down low, up a little bit higher, whatever she wanted was comfortable. So then she could slip her hand inside and warm it, you know, a rain hand or a whip hand when she was out driving. I'm not saying that this was made for a young lady to go, you know, just for driving. If she was sitting on a carriage, she might well have one, why not? But, you know, the way this is made, it's so slim. If you were sitting on a carriage, you could have a round one and hold it in your lap. Like a muff, they used to call it, used to put their hands inside a fur. Well, sometimes there are some that lay in there, you know, that I've seen. All sorts. Anything basically to keep you warm. But if the core of your body's warm, you know, obviously it helps the rest of your body. So that's what it is. A little body warmer for a young lady. So, yeah, quite an interesting little item, really. Age, I don't know. There's no date on it, but it would be old. Definitely. But, little cap there. Which is a shame, really. It would have had in there, without any question, a little piece of leather punched out, you know, and that would have made the seal, because obviously she wouldn't want it to be spilling and marking her clothes. So there you go, a body warmer for a young lady. Yeah. Lovely old item. Okay, see you next week.